Okay, it'll take us live here in just a second. You got Thomas Dubois here with my special friend, Miss Nalani Rood, and I want to make sure, hi Nalani, I want to make sure that I'm not doing my sound wrong over here and over here. And, okay. It is such a gorgeous winter day here in Colorado. Nalani, why don't we start off with, my name's Thomas Dubois. I'm a multiple business owner. I'm going to start just talking about beginner stages and freshness of the cryptocurrency space, the decentralized space, just entrepreneurialism in the most on this page, and see what morphs out of it. See how many people we can bless and how many people we can help. And I asked you to come on with me today, and so Nalani, could you just do me a favor and just share a little bit about your background and who's Nalani Rood?
Yes, absolutely. First off, thank you so much for having me on, Thomas.
You bet.
I just think you are amazing. You wear your heart on your sleeve, and you are a true servant-driven leader. And so when you invited me, I'm like, yes, of course, I would love to come on. So my name is Nalani Rood. I am a busy mom of 5 kiddos. I have 3 out of the house. I have 2 little boys that keep me completely busy. And actually my background is in health and wellness. I have built big organizations in the health and wellness arena. And I just saw the writing on the wall where I needed to get involved into the crypto space. I just found myself constantly spinning all the plates and I couldn't keep up. And I'm telling you, the crypto space has changed everything. It really has. And so I've planted my flag here. I've fallen in love. I've taken some black eyes along the way, but here I am, and I'm just so in love with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know that we've been talking all day long, and you've been back and forth with, well, I'm on my way to get my kids, and when I get home, we'll jump on and have some fun together. And so that mother role is number one, I know, and along with being a great wife and a woman of God and a woman that stands up for her beliefs. And this is something that I admire. And so, as the world is changing right now, as the things that we're going to talk about in 3 months are going to be unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Change is a cool, fun thing right now. And I think, the other day, so I've done a couple of these now at the beginning of 2022, just starting to even learn YouTube, right? And how to mix it with Zoom and all that stuff. We've talked about crypto mindsets. And how I wish somebody would have talked to me about having the right crypto mindset coming into this. We've talked about beginning stages of having a platform now that will help people get started without any hiccups, where we had to bump our heads, lose a little money here, all that stuff. None of that has to happen anymore. Well, today I want to talk to you about something. We're involved in a lot of things, aren't we, together?
Yeah, we are. I love
it. We have a community, people that we love, people that we care about, and we have multiple things that if they want to get involved in, they can. Today we're going to talk about something that's so unique and so different. We're going to talk about monetizing hashtags.
Yeah.
Monetizing hashtags. Tell us about how that was introduced to you. When you gave me the call, what the heck was that all about? I thought you were joking, kind of, and now I'm making all sorts of money. But tell me how that began. Pretend that maybe somebody watching is going, "What are they talking about?" You're talking about the pound sign hashtag that you're making money off of those things.
Yeah.
Talk about that for a second.
Who would have thought, right?
Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it?
So I have a dear friend named Jimmy, and we've been friends for about 15 years. And each of us, we've done some things years ago and different programs, and we've made money together. And then we both found our lane in the health and wellness space. but we were parallel, and he'd want me to join him and I'd want him to join me, and it just never worked out. And then the end of November, and mind you, Jimmy is a savage in business, but very humble, somebody that is laser focused, somebody you want to really root for and cheer for. And you don't mind seeing him win. But when he locks in on something, everybody get out of the way. So it actually surprised me to see him make this pivot. And I was in Facebook stories and I saw him, and I don't exactly remember what it was, but it was something like earn crypto passively with the hashtag. And I just thought, okay, Jimmy, what is going on? So I messaged him. I was like, what is this? You need to tell me what's going on. Am I frozen?
Yes. Yes. Okay. I can hear you. I can't see you.
I know. My face is frozen.
Yeah, your face is frozen.
My face is frozen. Well, hopefully.
With that beautiful hairdo, we can't have that.
I know. Oh, come on. Come on, Zoom. The internet is well, it says I have full everything. So
well, let's just talk to him then with a funny frozen.
With the funny face. Okay, I'm in. This is what happens when you're making money with hashtags. It gives you the funny face, right?
I love it.
I messaged him. I was like, Jimmy, tell me everything. What are you doing? And he said, do you want to jump on a Zoom? Well, of course, the answer is 100% yes. So we jumped on a Zoom, and he showed me exactly what he has going on. And it just spoke to me as a mom, that I'm Uber mom. I'm the chef. I'm everything, and I'm constantly running. And you know what? In the world that we live in today, people don't always want to recruit. They don't. They don't want to have the pressure of selling something. And so that spoke to my heart also. And what he told me just, it absolutely fit everything that I was looking for. There's no requirement to recruit or build a team. The hashtags are literally earning you passive income. So while I'm running my boys or doing whatever throughout the day, the hashtags are they're literally turning into a virtual miner, a virtual mining machine. Okay, I'm going to ask to start my video and see if, nope, it said failed. That's okay. So it turns into a virtual mining machine. And I thought, you know what, if there is somebody out in the world that was brilliant enough to figure out how to monetize hashtags, I am 100% in. And I did the deep dive and I got involved December 1st, and away we went. And it's just been so much fun. People are coming on board like crazy, grabbing their hashtags. We're hearing about people dreaming about hashtags. We just had the Christmas season, and people were signing their presents with their hashtags. It was just a lot of fun. And you know, people have had bad experiences in the crypto arena, and so it's just a pleasure that they landed here maybe for the first time, or they've had this has restored their faith in the crypto arena, and it's just an exciting project to be part of.
And you know, so their hashtags are attached to Twitter, and they are getting allotment of a token attached to it, right, on an hourly basis. And so there's a ratio of hashtags being used, or a rating of I think it's 1 to 21, right?
Right.
And if you're a 1, like say we know somebody that got the word Google as a hashtag, and that's a 1 all the time, I'm sure. And so he gets a bigger amount, and then he's gaining cryptocurrency. We're all gaining cryptocurrency or tokens and learning about it. And that falls into the categories coming forward for tag protocol. And by the way, get a hold of Nalani or myself, and we'll guide you in the right direction. If we know that you know somebody that we know, we'll guide you in their direction if they're tagging with us. And that sounds fun. And they're tagging with us.
That's right.
Just tag like when I was a kid playing tag, running around the couch, right?
That's right.
with 6 siblings, we did that. And we wrecked the house, boy. But so do that. We're not trying to promote on here. We're sharing different things. We're just, we're sharing different ideas. But what this does is it starts us learning into that NFT space, the non-fungible token space. And there's other projects coming down the road when you're involved in tag protocol, and the tokens that are involved with tag protocol that are going to be big winners in this space. And so could you talk about that just for a minute?
Yeah, absolutely. That was another thing that was a huge yes in my book, because I want something that is long-term. I don't want something that is hot for a month or two, and then, you find yourself looking for something else. That gets old. It really does. It wears you out. So the long-term project aspect of this is extremely appealing. They have gamification coming on board. They have celebrities that are very focused on the music end of this project. And speaking of celebrities, we have celebrity athletes coming on board, which is very exciting. Am I starstruck? No, but listen, they put their pants on one leg at a time like everybody else. But it is fascinating when they have access to the best of the best and they choose tag. I think that's very, very exciting, and it should make somebody sit up and take notice. So I just know that in the beginning it was the blockchain, and then Bitcoin made its appearance. We've just evolved. We need to, it's just time we evolve with it. And so now it's NFTs. They're here to stay. I think this is a great way for anybody to get involved with this safely. And your money your crypto stays in your own wallet. And that's another very important aspect to this project. I love that you are in full control. I think that's very important.
You're investing with your own thing, and you're buying something, no different than, back 10 years ago, buying some good websites to make sure, like I bought websites around my dog grooming shop with the name of my dog grooming shop, Barking Beauty's Dog Spa in Aspen, to make sure that I had those websites all around that and could secure that space. Well, people were buying up back then. They were buying up websites and then flipping them for 3 times the money to somebody that really wanted that space. So I believe that I have a few futuristic hashtags that are in like one of my hashtags is metadate. Metadate. I believe that someday somebody's going to want that hashtag from me, and they're going to see that it's monetized. They're going to see it's being used on Twitter, and they're going to want that for their business. And it might be willable, sellable, all of those things. If not, it's monetized now, and we're going to continue the tag and the token protocol. Lots of information on this that we can send anybody. But the beautiful thing about it is this is your footprint into NFTs in a fun, simple way. We've all used hashtags before if we used any social media. This is attached to Twitter. Some people are, there's the political concepts between Twitter and some politicians and stuff. Well, it's not what we're concerned about today, because we're not in politics in this arena. We're in the gaming arena. We're in everything else. And, and although I understand, some of what's going on there. So we're footprinting into the next phase. That's why I say in 2-3 months, none of this is going to be the same.
Right.
We're going to see some of those professionals. And by the way, let's not discount the professionals coming on board. Let's not discount the musicians that are going to be involved with this project. Let's not discount the professional athletes that are going to be involved with this project. Why? Let me tell you why. Because they're guided into how to make their money into more money.
That's
and
right.
I kind of think my family deserves to follow some of that.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
So many people, grab an attitude, and it's a poverty mentality about the elite and about the people that worked real hard to get to where they are. And there is no other way. A turtle didn't fall on the top of a fence by itself. And if it did, it worked damn hard to get up there. So one of those two things happened. Like when I think about Jordan, you know what? He wasn't boosted up. That man worked really, really hard to be one of the best basketball players that the world's ever seen, and was actually cut from one of his teams, either junior high or high school. I don't know the exact. So things like that. I've been following Elon Musk a lot lately. The guy is amazing.
Yeah, he has a lot of crazy things going on. A lot. Wow.
Do you know that he often sleeps? I said this on the last one, but it just amazes me. He often sleeps on the factory floor.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah.
His work intensity is probably second to none. But he's an innovator, he's brilliant. A lot of brilliant minds can't shut down. They're always thinking, they're always innovating. And so I can see that in him.
He would be dreaming of hashtags worse than we do.
That's right.
Well, and he says that. He says, I don't have to be motivated or any of that. I have to just keep going.
Right.
Keep going. And he just has some, I just started following him, and I'm now like going, that's integrity. That's cool. I'm paying attention to Elon Musk. Everybody's going to hear me talk about him a lot. In the past, I have always talked about people that I follow, like Nalani, Rood, and all these great people.
I love that. I follow you too, Thomas.
I'm telling you, we do, especially on hashtags.
That's right.
So if they can monetize hashtag in the and if we're moving into the meta gaming space, I don't even know the right terminologies all the time. And we're moving into that, and everything inside of those spaces are going to be rentable, buyable, on the blockchain.
Buildable, yes.
Buildable on the blockchain. You're going to be able to buy a virtual land and build on it, and then people utilize whatever it is you build if it makes sense to them. Just so many neat things that it makes my head spin, to be honest.
Right.
But beyond that, does it take? Are you a computer technological genius?
No, not not at all. Not at
Do
all.
I need to say that I'm not? I don't even think I need to say it. So I can't even figure out how to unfreeze Nalani right now. So that'll tell you something. So
well, that's a beautiful thing. There's so many in our community that if that is your fear that's holding you back, just let me put this out there. Don't have that fear.
Right.
Just raise your hand, come forward. We literally have people that will walk you through a setup. You don't want to miss out on that just because you're scared of your phone or your computer. This is marching. This is marching forward. We don't want it to march on without us. Right. There's so much happening. This is what I've discovered when I became open to crypto and passive income. I'm just shocked how much entered my life, how many different projects entered my life that I am so grateful for. You want to talk about fear? I think about, wow, what if I had been fearful not to be open? Where would I be?
Right.
Yeah, I just I'm extremely grateful, and I am just encouraging everybody to just make that first step. You do not have to be a tech wizard at all. I set one of my, I won't say it on here, but she calls, anytime you video call her, she calls it Facebook. It doesn't matter if it's FaceTime, it doesn't matter. But I put her into the crypto game. So if she can do it, I think anybody can do it.
Right. And that's the point that I was getting at, that we want to focus. When I come on here on a YouTube, I'm going to have a lot of different guests on here. We're going to have maybe Jimmy on here sometime with us. And and we're gonna talk about. I just think the audience of beginners in the decentralized cryptocurrency NFT biggest transference of wealth industry going on right outside of our door, right at the click of a phone, click of our fingertips. I just put my kids into crypto Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
Right before Thanksgiving. And then we did a little more at Christmas time. I actually gave them a helium miner for them to use at their house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so there's just so many different things that if we can tell people it's not daunting, there's help. If you get involved in a program that for very little change, you can start that learning process. We know of one program that maybe jumping straight into NFTs and hashtags is a little bit too much for somebody right away. Well, we have a program that they could just buy a few tokens and learn how to do that. We have a program for the very, very, very finest beginner. But Nalani or I would walk you right through the process as well to Tag Protocol. Tagprotocol.io. You can check it out on your own if you want. Best thing to do, though, is to reach out to Nalani, Rood, or myself on Facebook and on Messenger or something, and or put a message on here, and we'll reach out to you, get a hold of you, match you up with the right folks to help you to get started, and find out what's a fit for you. Again, not trying to be the promoter on here, but trying to say we're going to be talking about different programs for somebody that's never been in the crypto space before to the most seasoned person in the crypto space. And if I can survive in this space and learn what I've learned in 8 years, how long has it been for you in the crypto space?
Oh, God, I probably, let me see, maybe 4 years ago.
4 years.
But serious 3 years ago is
Gotcha.
when I started to get serious. But I lost a ton until I was like, okay, I need to do this safely. Right.
And that's what's beautiful about it. Now people are putting together the way they put things together for people to get involved. Like I love the way he launched his first project of hashtags. What a safe place.
Yeah, very
something that we're familiar with, something that we know.
That's right.
What else would you say about that?
I love the vision. I love, like I said, I love that it's going long term, and I love the fact that he refuses to call himself the company owner. Right. This is our project. He's the project creator. He says at some point he's just going to, move to the back of the room, so to speak. But there's other project creators that will come on and pick up where he left off. I mean, it's a project that doesn't have an endpoint. I love that. It's going to be forever growing and building and innovating. I want to be a part of that.
So other programs attaching to his contract, his smart contract. Yes. Other programs extending into, hey, we got the hashtags here. They can be used over here in the gaming. They can be used over here in the music industry. They can be used in NFTs and blockchain for whatever reason blockchains to be used for. Most people just think about blockchain if they've even heard about the word. and think
Right.
about money and think about cryptocurrency, and it's a far-fetched way more than that. It's
That's right.
it's transacting of any sorts that is safer, better, and
Faster.
more legitimate, because there's a mark on every single transaction.
Right. Absolutely. It's like he built the highway that connects us all. Now we just need to put our vehicles on and drive it.
Absolutely. I actually, the other project that we're involved in together, Nexus, I actually asked that, I sent them the information for Tag Protocol and said, let's see if there's any way that these two projects can marry together. Because, if all you can do is ask, and who knows? Because they're both two great things. And we're building a community of people that care about each other.
Right.
And at the end of the day, with all of my businesses, yes, making money is great. I want my money to work for me. Like if I looked around, I say, my money is passive and residuals, one of my signs right on my desk. My money is making money for me big time is another one. And, I have them all over my house because I want passive residual.
Right.
We've been really known to build teams. We're now building communities with great ideas. Isn't that what we're doing now?
Yeah, I love that. I love to community build. I think that this should be a part of everybody's life. I really do. It's so beneficial. And it's not going away. I don't care what anybody says. Crypto is not going away, and you can fight it all you want.
Right. Right. The government might just be giving theirs a different name so that they can centralize it. But
right.
but fiat currency is over.
It's over.
It's it's a history thing, and that all that does is take some educating of yourself about the history of fiat currency compared to the history of money and how it's changed, because it's really went digital with a credit card. It really went digital with a checking account.
Right.
Now,
that's right.
Digital currency and cryptocurrency, yes, a little bit, yes, different. And then when you make it digital currency on the blockchain, now it can be decentralized or centralized, and both are going to have their flavor that are going to work.
Right. And really, people, if you thought back at how it happened, and nobody gives it any pushback. I mean, at first it was cash, then it was the paper checks, and then it was just the ATM card, then it was the debit card, then credit cards.
Right.
Now, nobody thinks twice. Now there's a chip in the card. Nobody thinks twice.
PayPal, Venmo.
Exactly. You don't even need a card. If you have your phone, you can walk in and pay. Nobody thinks twice. And it's going to be exactly the same as crypto. I promise you. It's just the transition. And whether we, like I said, whether we like it or not, it is happening, and it's not going away. And so we would love to extend the offer to help get you, right in that current. We have the current. You might as well jump in, ride with us.
The water's fine. Come on in.
Fine. That's right.
Come on in. Well, we could go on, and we will do this often, and we'll have Nalani on often with other guests. Maybe she can ask Jimmy to do this sometime next week. And because there's a window with the hashtags, because there's only so many in that are allotted to this financial blockchain project. Can you chat about that sense of urgency to if that's something somebody want to be a part of? That there's, my dog's just coming at me. They just
I love her.
So this is Vegas, and the other three, they're not so bold. They don't jump on my lap. But
Vegas is a guy, a boy.
No, they're all girls.
They're all girls. Okay.
Come on up, Diamond. Come on real quick. Come on, up. Oh, she's not. She's freaking out. Okay. but can you talk about, that when these hashtags are gone, then that part of this project is now extenuating into the rest of the project, and it's now in full force.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about that.
So So the project creator is only putting out 100,000 hashtags. That way they do not get saturated. And remember, each one is a virtual miner. It's going to be passively mining the tag coin, which turns around and earns you a money. So each 5,000 hashtags sold, they go up $50. So right now, as I speak, it's at $550. It'll soon hit 600 when we hit 40,000. I think we're at 37,000 something. So yes, we have a critical window here, because I tell you, everybody that hears about this, they might have some questions, but as soon as they get it, they love it. It's passive income. It's an asset that is going to pay you, continue to pay you down the road. Now, I'm not making any promises. We are not making any promises, but I'd love to give you an example of what is possible. So one hashtag, let's say it mines 2,000 tag coins. Well, the tag coin will hit $1. It certainly will hit 10. I'll say could, since I said no promises. Okay. They are talking that it's possible it will hit $100 around the springtime. So when you have mined, when your one hashtag asset has mined 2,000 tag coins, and then it hits $100, you have an asset that is worth $200,000. Boom, right there. Come on. That's a 6-figure passive asset. Oh, my gosh.
That will continue to grow and offshoot other ideas that can actually monetize the same and help push the project up and together. And it all is going to be whether people get involved, learn from the starting phase. That's why I am so concentrating. I just remember being so scared to get involved in this space. And now that I am, I see some of the toughest guys I know still scared to be in this space, and including some of my family members. And I say, what are you talking about?
Right.
It's the largest transference of wealth that the world's ever seen. So why wouldn't you want 1%, 2%, 5% of your portfolio trying to figure that out while you're doing whatever you're doing?
Well, Amazon takes payments. There's major car brands that you can pay with cryptocurrency. I mean, there's so many different things that you can buy with in the mainstream.
Right.
Even the Staples Center was renamed the Crypto.com building. Hello. Right. It's here. It's here to stay, friends. It really is.
Right. They just put in a new and they keep popping up. One popped up in Aspen, and they're beating me to it because I was going to put a crypto ATM in my dog grooming shop, and I have not pressed the button on trying to figure that out yet. I'm still going to, because there's still a lot of room in that space. But they just put an ATM in Carbondale, Colorado, right up the street from me. And so, I just love watching it. It's like I say, 3 months from now, this is going to be so innovative. But right. I want to say this, and we'll end on this, and I'll give you the last say goodnight to everybody. But it's kind of like this. When I got my success in network marketing, I had this little red flip phone that fit in my pocket. And I just pulled that sucker out, flipped it open, and I was making money. I did not want that to change for nobody's business. I was just on the phone. I would brag about making money from my phone with network marketing, and I loved it. It was my first shot at entrepreneurialism. And then the smartphone came, and I said, I don't need one of those. I don't need any of that. No, not for me. I'm Tommy D. Yeah. And guess what? My ignorance, my waiting, my not willingness to learn is really what it was. My fear of the unknown and not willing to learn is, if you wanted to face the truth of my excuses, that would be it. But my fear to learn about this, whatever was going on with these smartphones and thinking that I didn't ever need them, smacked me in the face when I didn't have a choice. I don't want people to get smacked in the face when they don't have a choice. And that's coming any week now.
Truly.
To where you're not going to have a choice. You need to learn the space. So why not get ahead of that curve and just play around with it? You don't even have to spend a penny to hang out with us. You don't have to spend a penny to hang out with us and learn this space. That I promise you. Just get a hold of us. Just get a hold of us. Nalani, give these guys, give the whole world some love, and we'll just end that. We wish prosperity upon everybody, but
Absolutely,
you have the last words.
I think it's a new age. It's a new year. 2022 can be absolutely amazing. If you just put down the fear, and that's something mainstream media is feeding fear. So I would just encourage everyone to just jump in, raise your hand, at least raise your hand. Information is free. Just get the information, and that way you can make a knowledgeable decision, and it will be one that you don't regret. I have absolutely no regrets. I definitely see the writing on the wall, and so I'm really excited for each and every one of you to be a part of. Even if you're not a part of us, just be a part of this industry.
Our community.
Our community.
Community that cares about you. Come on.
That's right. You can be a fly on the wall.
Right. Right.
But make 2022 your best year, because it absolutely can happen.
Yeah. And I think that's a legitimate way to end it, that let's make, keyword, let's make 2022 our best year. Guys, Nalani Rood, the one, the only, without even, when we froze on her picture, we just kept going like true entrepreneurs.
That's right.
We made it all the way through, and we don't let anything stop us. So let's make 2022 the best year ever. Nalani, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get back to those kiddos. God bless you,
Thomas.
Yes. Pray for each and every one of you. And let's make it a great year, as Nalani said so well. Nalani, thank you.
Thank you. This was so fun.